This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. A Florida House Republican filed a proposal yesterday that would prevent the development of such things as golf courses, pickleball courts, and lodges in state parks. HB 209 is identical to Senate Bill 80, which was filed last month. The proposals came after the massive outcry last year, after the State Department of Environmental Protection released plans for what was called the Great Outdoors Initiative. The department plans would have led to projects at 9 parks and included such things as adding golf courses at Jonathan Dickinson State Park and lodges with up to 350 rooms at Anastasia State Park, as well as pickleball courts at Honeymoon Island State Park in Pinellas County. Public outcry led to the plans being shelved. A group of Florida University professors filed a lawsuit yesterday challenging a 2023 state law and related regulations that prevent colleges from spending money on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. The professors say the restrictions are punishing educators and students for expressing differing and disfavored viewpoints. The lawsuit, filed by the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida on behalf of 6 professors, alleges that the restrictions violate educators' and students' speech rights and is chilling expression in public universities. It targets the 2023 law called SB 266 and rules passed last year by the State University System's Board of Governors. Hillsborough County bus riders may see some upgrades coming to stops this year. WMNF's Chris Young reports officials announced new technology plans for transit riders yesterday.
City leaders gathered in East Tampa to cut the ribbon on a newly installed bus shelter. They also announced upgrades for riders paid for by a $5 million community investment grant. One new feature is a digital display showing bus arrival times. Hillsborough Area Regional Transit Authority will also install 60 shelters, or small structures at bus stops to protect people from weather. City Council member Luis Vieira says improvements are necessary.
They protect people. A lot of times when you see bus shelters that are not protected, they inadvertently send a message to the community that while you're waiting on a bus that's going to help you get to work, etc., we're not going to be there with you.
Hart says they're looking to have most of the shelters installed in the next few months, and digital displays at stops will likely roll out next year. Chris Young, WMNF News, Tampa.
A federal judge in Texas is allowing 3 other states to pursue a challenge seeking to restrict access to the abortion pill mifepristone nationwide. The states can now move ahead with their efforts in U.S. District Court. That's where a nominee of former President Donald Trump is the only judge. The states want the courts to prohibit telehealth prescriptions of the pill and to limit its use in the first 7 weeks of pregnancy. It's a narrower challenge than the case brought by a group of anti-abortion doctors. The doctors were told by the U.S. Supreme Court that they don't have the legal right to try to have the federal approval of the drug undone entirely. A federal judge put on hold a lawsuit yesterday challenging the constitutionality of a new Florida law requiring age verification for access to websites with adult content. It's because the U.S. Supreme Court is considering a similar Texas case. The judge granted Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody's request for a stay of the lawsuit. The Florida law will remain in effect in the coming months as the Supreme Court weighs the Texas case. The Free Speech Coalition, which is an adult industry organization, is leading challenges to both laws. They argue in part that they violate the First Amendment. It will be mostly cloudy today with highs in the high 60s. Tonight, cloudy with overnight lows near 60. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm and breezy with highs in the mid 70s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.